That took forever. Sometimes I wish I drank coffee so that I would feel like alert and awake when it's 11:29 in the morning. But I don't. A, because coffee is burnt bitter bean water. Thank you, Cheese, for describing it to me like that. And also, my mother is just, like, you ever meet people who are addicted to coffee? Like, don't just like coffee, like, oh, I like going to Starbucks, coffee. Like, wake up and are zombie humans until the coffee? That was my mother. I mean, she works nights for years, so, I mean, that's kind of like a requirement, I guess. But I never wanted to end up in that state, so I'll wake up, I'll be groggy and tired, I'll enjoy this, like, feeling of sedimentary life. Like, I'm just starting to, like, when you don't want a locomotive just go, woo! You want a locomotive to start chugging forward. And I want to do that with just, you know, fresh air and trees and birds. And then all of a sudden, you know, people are like, Zeos, are you on cocaine or any sort of performance-enhancing drugs? And I'm like, not really. I get up. The train starts moving. Then the train crashes into a wall when he hears himself speaking at night. So these are the Tin T2 Plus. I had an advanced set of these so I could report back what I thought about their sound. And this is the final actual build, like full retail packaging, trying to be gentle. I understand the thin plastic, but give me like a rip hole or something. Give me a hole to rip open. Because if I'm going to do this, and now I got to peel this out, and this is never going to come out. They should rubberize this. Damaged it a little bit. Oh, it's got gold. So the first tin T2s, T2 Pros, and T3s came in like little books of this color. This comes in a box with a gold lining. Ooh. They have no resemblance to the original tins at all. They've gone with like a matte. It's actually really not, like, it's subtle. I like that. It almost looks like a generic IEM that would be put in a movie because they don't want to have one that has a brand or a style. So these are like a styleless IEM. Metal, not super heavy. Let's see what wire they decided to go with. I think it's the same one as the, what's it called? For those of you in the comments who don't know what to say, do you drink coffee? Are you addicted to it? Do you know people who are addicted to it? And would you recommend something else? Or would you just be like, ah, fuck coffee, burntbitterbeanwater.com. I don't own that. I should own that. Cheese and I should co-run that. We should sell every beverage on earth except coffee. And then eventually in the future just sell coffee too, because there's too much profit in fucking coffee. You know what I don't like? Coffee culture. I think I don't like coffee culture more than I don't like coffee. It's like, Starbucks, haha, gotta get my Joe in the morning. People with the shirts and shit. I'm just like, it's drug water. Just take 3 fucking pills of dope and water, you'll be fine. This is very soft. I'm sure when they sent me these, they didn't expect me to rant on about how coffee's drugs. This is weird. This is a weirdly, like it's a little bit jank, but it's so loose. Like, this is such a loose thing that I could probably just, like, straighten it out. It's got a very, it feels like it's, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, ribbed for my pleasure. Like, if I rub my finger across that is a lot of big lumps. And it's very flexible. Like, it's very, very, very flexible. I don't hate this wire. I don't hate this wire. I like a little bit more stability in, like, it. Like, I like a little more. This feels like it could go anywhere at any time. I think it's got the same connectors. MMCX. Here's a little slider. What else is in this thing? We got silicone tips. It came with silicone tips. And we've got little foam tips. And I want to specify little foam tips. The blue original ones from the Tin T2s, I don't know why they don't put them on everything. And these are much smaller and more memory foamy. Unless it's just the bag freaking them out. And then we've got a certificate of authenticity. Oh no. Oh no. What do we got this? In English, please. I don't think anything. Oh, this is for everyone who doesn't have English. Such yours. Look at the felt line at the bottom of the box. I gotta give it to Tin. They did get the box pretty good. I like the book, though. I like the book, because I could lose that. But the gold adds something, and that is a very, very black felt lined box. I feel like I would put other things in that. Put all this stuff back in here. All right, I'll get these hooked up and ready to gizzo on the skizzo. and give them their actual. I also like the fact that it comes with a tin hi-fi bag, so you can get branded bags for collection. You're a collector of that sort of thing. This came from APOS, so Pasta may have to ask me for the link. And I'm not sure which thing. APOS is sending me a bunch of stuff. APOS, I don't want to say what they've added to their list, but I know it's not that, but Mr. Speakers has offered to sell on APOS. Do you fucking know how big a deal that is? Number one, for my profitability, because every time I've recommended Mr. Speaker stuff, there's no money to be made. It just is. Now, at least with APOS, I might be get an affiliate link for that and do something. It's not like I wasn't recommending them in the past. But also, APOS now sells STAX. And this is the new Mark II version of the L700. So, Pasta, I will give you the Mark 700 L2. Now, I have my L700 Mark Is, and the only thing that should be different is the detachable cable. That should be it. That should be it. I'll find the hell out. And also, I asked them to send me some STAX stuff because I miss using my STAX. I don't pull it out all the time because it would shit on everything else that I'm doing, and it would be like, ha ha, STAX, STAX. So this sort of stuff, I'm afraid to, like, how do you take? I'm very happy STAX is no longer using the white polyethylene foam. They're now using black, but it's also doesn't. Hey, battery died. We're back. Back to STAX. L700 Mark II owner's manual, which is made out of like heavy-duty cardstock. Like this is like a mass card. What is this? Why is it trying to do this to me? I'm gonna peel this tape off and just throw it away. When I return these to APOS, they could return that. We have got much Japanese. I was about to say Chinese. Wait, is that Chinese? Or is that Japanese? No, it's Japanese. The smiley face. You gotta look for the smiley face and you know it's Japanese. There's always a smiley face. Chinese is a very complicated lettering. Unless it's multiple languages. That's Chinese and that's Japanese. I think that's what we're doing. Apparatus should be treated as carefully as possible. The internal electrode will be transformed and the sound element may be damaged when strongly pushed by hand from the ear side. Never try to push the sound element. Makes sense. And look at this. This is like this is like that scene. This is a textured fucking bone. Oh, jeebus. How to use. Ear speakers cannot be directly connected to general headphone jack. Please use the exclusive driver unit of our company. STAX is a weird company. STAX does not update their shit. They don't like to import it. So the fact that, at least now there's two places to get it. I mean, talk about all of America. Where do you buy STAX? You either went to STAXaudio.com. It used to be STAXUSA.com, and they went out of business. And then was STAXaudio.com, which is Jack Wu for Wu Audio, because the man makes headphone amplifiers or energizers for STAX, and there was no more import company. So he's like, ah, shit, and then he started importing it. So at least now with APOS importing them, there's going to be a second option. In case, you know, one doesn't have stock or one can't get a shipment in, we'll have another. There will be another. Oh my god, the wire is attached. Look! Right off the... Oh my god. Oh, the jank. Why would you do this, STAX? You fucking... They can design. They're engineers. Japanese engineers are amazing. They built that waterway under the city to take all the water from the rivers. They built an underground river with pumps made out of jet turbines, and they can't pack a fucking wire here to save their life. Japanese audiophile. I don't think I could survive being an audiophile in Japan. There's plenty of stuff, but the methodologies and madnesses. Like when I get my cable, like it's perfectly flat. Like it's perfectly flat. It's a big, but you could just do this, and then you could roll it up, and you could line up those grooves so that it perfectly wraps one exact notch over. Which is a very long cable, by the way, but I guess better long than short. Like look how nice this wraps. Oh, missed one. It's like that. Like look at that. See that? See that perfect round spheroid instead of jankety jank fuck. Here's our connectors, by the way. 3-pin, and one of the reasons it's really dangerous to have detachable STAX cables is because STAX use like 500 volts or 570 volts, like a lot. Oh, that wasn't me. That's them. They did that. Do you see the Come on, STAX people. Don't do that to me. It's like STAX cares so much about sound and everything, and then they fuck up the packaging process. Oh, that's gonna take weeks to straighten out. I'd be so upset if I bought these. I mean, it's very soft, so it's probably not gonna care, but let's let go. It's got a permanent twist. I'll fix this. I could fix this. I could fix this. I'll just do that for about another week and a half. At least the styrofoam is fucking better than it was, because it was terrible. This is actually feels like softer than what I got. Same slide mechanism where this slides up and down. Oh my science, these are metal. These are metal. That's automatically better than what I've got, because the ones I got are plastic. Even though this is the nicer headband, these were plastic, and now these are metal. I never thought I'd feel metal on a STAX headphone. These are still plastic, but it actually feels slightly improved from what it was. Like more modern for sure. The pads, I don't know, don't seem as thick. And let's see if we've got, yeah. So that's in there. That's a little protector. These just pop off, and then there's this metal grill, and in here is a plastic lip. And I just recommend you take the pads off and you flip that fucker around so that the plastic lip is on the other side, so the screen gives you a nice slope up. They actually might clamp less. I mean, I know they're supposed to be like light on your ears, but I don't know, something feels weird. It makes a weird sound. Okay, so that's what we did on this unboxing. We've got tin T2s, where it represents the cheapest of that, and we got these. Now, keeping also in mind that I believe that the Mark 7s or the L700s are the best STAX that STAX make. I don't fall into the round STAX just sound like headphones, and these just sound like they don't sound like headphones, so which is why I steer towards them. And you can always tell the L700 by the X pattern in there. All right, I have an excuse to listen to STAX. I should be getting the portable amp for them too, which will make my STAX listening way better, because I could do it on the couch or in the toilet or outside, and not just at my desk specifically with this fucking Energizer to do. So let's plug this in before we go. It is keyed. Are they labeled properly? Yep, that says right. They slide in. All right, we golden.